Hello, League City. I'm here with Mayor Nick Long for another short talk with Mayor Long. And today we're going to talk about 8-liners and a recent ordinance that City Council passed this week.
Absolutely. So 8-liners are slot machines. In the last session up in Austin, the state allowed cities and counties to regulate these gambling machines. And so we've seen a couple of fairly high-profile instances in Galveston County in this last year. We had a bust for illegal gambling and these slot machines in League City earlier this year, where they seized a couple $100,000. And then, of course, the incident down in Hitchcock, where there was about $900,000 seized. And so there's been a proliferation of them across Texas, but especially in Galveston County. It has been a problem in League City, but hasn't risen to that big of issue. But we want to get ahead of it and ban them completely. And what's been happening is what comes with these machines, obviously, is you're able to regulate them currently and allow for them in a non-gambling fashion. But
what does that mean?
Yeah. So you could open a game room in League City or in Texas before we pass this and set up a bunch of slot machines and allow people to come in and play. You can't pay them cash prizes and you can't pay them prizes of any actual large financial value. But in reality, those are just fronts for gambling. And what comes with the gambling, of course, is the illegal gambling is a variety of other things, money laundering and tax evasion. And then they're robbed a lot because they keep large amounts of cash. And so that's all the issues that come with it that we really want to get ahead of and just show that, hey, League City is not the place for these illegal gambling parlors and just go ahead and take it somewhere else. We're not going to allow them here for entertainment purposes or anything else, especially not for illegal gambling.
So before this ordinance was passed, what was the loophole or what was prohibiting us and kind of cracking down?
So the loophole was you could start these businesses, go rent a bunch of machines from various vendors and set them up and say that you are giving away stuffed animals or giving away kind of carnival style prizes. However, if you look at just the recent seizures of several $100,000, that's not what is happening. What is in reality happening, and nobody would go spend a couple $100 to go win a cheap toy. They're going there to win money and to gamble in a more traditional sense. And so with this new law, we're allowed to just kind of cut the BS and say, hey, we're not going to have these gaming halls in League City any longer. They're not going to be allowed for entertainment purposes or whatever you're going to say. We know they're for illegal gambling and they're not going to be allowed any longer.
Well, thanks for keeping us updated on that. And thanks for joining us for another short talk with Mayor Long.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us as well.